Well, it's a late night and it's time for some baseball. I figured I'd get a game in before going to bed for the night. And it is going to be the Padres hosting the Cincinnati Reds in my OOTP 26 reimagining of the 2025 MLB playoffs. We are in the National League Championship Series for this game. Haven't started the American League Championship Series yet. So this will be game 2 of the surprising Reds, the 6th seed, playing at San Diego and the Padres. And this is the playoff tree that we are at right now. The Reds took game 1 of this series. Let's see what the score was. It was 3-1. So 3-1 with Brady Singer winning and Pagan the save. Singer pitched a good game. He pitched 7 innings. And now we will turn to game 2. This is game day October 14th, and this will be an afternoon game. And then the evening game, or the nighttime game on that game day, will be the Toronto Blue Jays hosting the Cleveland Guardians. So heading out to the program, Out of the Park Baseball 26 will be used for this, as it has already so far. And we are at Petco Park in San Diego for an afternoon game. Nearly 45,000 people, wind blowing in from center field, but it's light, and it's a 70-degree afternoon at game time. And we can see here the starting lineups for both teams. I will control the defenses, strategies, and substitutions for both teams and leave the computer to the rest. The computer will set the initial defense, and if I have to change it, I will go in and do it. I've been doing that through the whole tournament, and I'm not going to change that now. I have a few ideas that I may change if I do another project. But for this project right now, I'm going to keep it going the same way. And the starting lineups, and we'll start with the Cincinnati Reds, who, like I said, are up 1-0 in this 7-game series. And it will be TJ Friedl leading off, playing center field for the Reds. Batting second, Matt McLean at second base. Batting third, Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Miguel Andujar, the first baseman. The DH, Spencer Steer, will bat fifth. Austin Hayes will play left field and bat sixth. Gabrian Hayes will play third base and bat seventh. Jose Trevino will catch and bat eighth. And batting ninth, Will Benson in right field. And the starting pitcher for the visiting Cincinnati Reds is left-hander Andrew Abbott. He has no decision so far in the playoffs, ERA of 7.36 for the left-hander. He was 10-7 during the 2025 season. And for the homestanding San Diego Padres, it will be Fernando Tatis to lead off and play right field. They're shaking the lineup up a little bit. They've moved Jake Cronenworth, the second baseman, up to bat second. Manny Machado bats third and plays third base. Batting fourth, Jackson Merrill, the center fielder, and he'll bat fourth. The fifth batter, Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop. Batting sixth, the DH, Ryan O'Hearn. Batting seventh, Luis Arias, the first baseman. Batting eighth, Ramon Laureano, the left fielder. And batting ninth, Freddie Furman, the catcher. And the starting pitcher for San Diego is Dylan Cease. He has no record through the postseason and a 4 ERA. He was 8-12 during the season. So the Padres are shifting the lineup a little bit from game 1, and there's a minor change or two for the Reds as well. So we look to see how this goes. The surprising Reds have already won game 1, and we'll see if they head back to Cincinnati for game 3 with a 2-0 advantage. So let's head out to the ballpark. And we're at Petco Field again, as I said before. This is the starting defense for the San Diego Padres. In left field, Ramon Laureano. In center, Jackson Merrill. And in right field, Fernando Tatis. Playing third base, Manny Machado. Playing short, Xander Bogaerts. Playing second base, Jack Cronenworth. And the first baseman, Luis Arias. I'm looking for a tissue here. I don't know where it is. And the catcher, Freddie Furman, and the starting pitcher, the right-hander, Dylan Cease. I do need to make a slight modification to my cheat sheet here and put Hayes in left field. Had Lux there, and he's not starting this game. So, the first batter will be TJ Friedl here in this game, Game 2. He's batting 179 in the playoffs. He does have 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. He did actually hit a leadoff home run to start the game in Game 1. So here's Dylan Cease. We will have some pitches ready, and they fly in, and then the action will begin. The Padres are wearing tan tops, and the Reds are playing the wearing the visiting gray. So there's the pitch, 2-1 pitch, and Friedl does it again. In back-to-back games, he has led off for the Reds with a home run. This one to right center field, and it's already 1-0 Cincinnati. So Friedl hits his 3rd home run of the postseason, and the Reds are off to a hot start again. So Dylan can't even get an out, and the Padres are trailing. And stepping in will be Matt McLain. He has had a good playoff season so far. He's batting .312 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. He bats right-handed. So Dylan will try again here, get things under control. And a full count. That's lined to center field. That's the 2nd hit. So 2 hits already for San Diego and 2 batters. Or 2 hits for Cincinnati and 2 batters. And it will be De La Cruz. The Reds have been hitting the ball these playoffs, and their pitching has been pretty decent as well to get them this far. So Matt McLain at first, De La Cruz batting. He's a switch hitter. He bats left-handed, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and batting .286 in these playoffs. So a base runner aboard. They have a run in on the home run to lead the inning off and the game. And here's Dylan Cease with a 2-2 pitch. And he struck out De La Cruz on a curveball, and that's the first out of the game. So McLain stays at first, and Andujar, who has had some key hits in these playoffs, and McLain is still at first. Batting .265 is Andujar. And the first pitch, there goes McLain, and the throw from Furman will get him at second. So a caught stealing, 2 to the catcher to the second baseman, gives us the 2nd out here in the top of the 1st. And Andujar still at bat with a 1-2 pitch. Grounded sharply to short. Over to get its Bogarts, the long throw to Reyes, and that's the 3rd out. So a leadoff home run plus another hit, but the leadoff home run leads to the 1 run for the inning for the Cincinnati Reds. And San Diego will come to bat once again, trailing in this series in the 1st inning. Andrew Abbott steps on the mound. He already has a 1-run lead, and he'll face Tatis, Cronenworth, and Machado. Tatis is batting .222 with a home run and an RBI. Andrew Abbott has pitched in 7 1/3 innings and given up 6 runs. Earned runs. So San Diego, based on that pitching stat, should be able to at least score some runs here. So we'll see what they do here in the bottom of the 1st. 1-2 pitch from Abbott. That's fly ball out to right field. And Benson will grab it, and that's the 1st out. So 1 out, Cronenworth to bat. Padres needed a little bit more of a spark at the top of the lineup since the first 4 or 5 hitters haven't really produced a lot. So they've moved Cronenworth to the 2nd batter. He's batting .333 in the playoffs with no home runs and no RBIs. And here's Abbott to the left-handed batter. And 2 strikes. And a strikeout. He struck him out on a slider, and that's 2 outs. And Machado will bat. 222 in the playoffs, 1 home run, 4 RBIs for the third baseman. And a 3-ball, no-strike pitch from Abbott. And it's outside, and that's ball 4. So the first base runner for the San Diego Padres will lead to Jackson Merrill to bat. The left-handed batter is batting .222 also with 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Machado off first base, Andujar holding him. Infield and outfield playing normal. 1 strike, grounded to third. Hayes will pick it up and go to second, and that will be the last out. So a fielder's choice, third to second, and we've completed 1 here in San Diego, and the Reds lead it 1-0. I need to make another change here. Sheets is not playing left field, so I need to make that on my cheat sheet. I have a little cheat sheet here that I look at for the defense. Oh, wait a minute. It's not him either. It's Laureano. See, I wrote the wrong person. Laureano. I think the rest are correct. And Marte is not in right field. Benson's in right field for the Reds. And Trevino is catching. All right. So we're now in the top of the second. And Dylan Cease will face Steer, Hayes, and Hayes as the Reds lead at 1-0. We're early in the game, just starting out. And a 1-1 pitch. Grounded or lined into left field, that will drop in front of Laureano, and that will be the 3rd hit for Cincinnati in this game. So Steer leads off first. Decent speed. Austin Hayes batting. He is .259 batter, 3 RBIs. Right-handed batter with Steer leading off first base. Arias will hold him. 1 strike. Pitch. That is popped just outside of first base, and Arias will grab it, and that's the first out. So Kip Brian Hayes will bat. .371 during the playoffs so far. 5 RBIs, no home runs. Steer at first. Andujar still holding him. Or Arias holding him. 1 strike pitch. There he goes. Oh, it's a bunt to the pitcher, and he will turn and throw it to second and get the lead runner. So a 1-6 on the putout, and a fielder's choice puts Hayes at first. So bunted right at the pitcher, made an easy play at second. So 2 outs, and Trevino will bat. 400 in these playoffs, 4 for 10, home run and 2 RBIs. Right-handed catcher, right-handed batting catcher, and Hayes leads off first with Reyes holding him on. 2 strikes, fly ball center field, coming in on its Merrill, and that would be the 3rd out. So Cease gets out of the second inning, and it's 1-0 Cincinnati. So Abbott takes the mound. Bogarts, O'Hearn, and Arias will bat. Bogarts is batting .083 with an RBI. And a 1-strike pitch. Lined into left field, that will be a base hit. As Austin Hayes will get it in, and that's a base hit. The first hit for San Diego. And it will be Ryan O'Hearn facing the left-hander. Batting .333, a home run, and RBI. Bogarts being held at first by Andujar. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball center field. And it's over the head of Friedel, and it will set up second and third with nobody out, as O'Hearn doubles over the head of Friedel, putting runners at second and third. And Arias will bat. So the Padres have something going here in the bottom of the second inning. Infield will play back. We'll put the corners in. And nobody out. And a 1-ball pitch Popped to outside of third in foul territory, and that's the first out. As Hayes grabs it. So 1 out, second and third for Laureano. And they're going to play corners in again. Actually, they'll play third in. Okay. So third base in, 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes. That is popped in the infield on the right side, and Andujar will grab it, and that's 2 outs. So Abbott is 1 out away from getting out of this inning and keeping the score 1-0, and Furman will bat. He's had a pretty good playoffs. 1 home run, 7 RBIs, and he's batting .348 as the catcher, right-handed batter. So Abbott looks to get out of this inning. And a full count. Grounded to first, it's through to right field, and here comes the second run. And he will plate 2 runners. So Furman comes through with another clutch hit on a base hit. He'll go to second on the throw. And 2 RBIs, and the Padres have taken the lead 2-1. So Furman comes up with the big hit that the Padres needed. And they now lead it 2-1. And Freddie Furman leads off first, or off second. And Tatis bats. He's 0 for 1, flied out to right field. So trying to add on to that 2-1 lead, and a full count to Tatis. Grounded to third. Hayes up with it, throws it to first, and that will be the third out. But the Padres get 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1 at second base. So after 2 at Petco Park, it is San Diego 2 and Cincinnati 1. So Dylan Cease now has a lead, albeit slim. It's only 2-1. But he'll face Will Benson, the 9th batter, and then the top of the order, Friedel and McLean. So Benson will bat. He's 0 for 3 in the playoffs. Left-handed batting right fielder playing in this game. And the first pitch here in the top of the third. And that's flied out to center field. Merrill is in to get it. And that's the first out. So Friedel led off the game with a home run. Second time he's done that in this series, in 2 games. So 1 out, and a 1 ball, no strike pitch. That's flied out to center field, and Merrill's coming in, and he will grab that one, and that's 2 outs. So now it's Matt McLean. He singled, but he was caught stealing his first time. So 2 outs, top of the third, and an 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Fastball, 1-2-3 for Cease here in the top of the third, and the Padres lead it 2-1, going to the bottom of the third. So it'll be Jake Cronenworth, Machado, and Merrill to face Andrew Abbott here in the bottom of the third inning. They lead, Padres lead 2-1. And a 1-1 pitch. Little number to the pitcher, and Abbott grabs it, throws it to first, and that's the first out. So far their adjustment in the batting order, with Cronenworth moving up to second, has not done anything. And what happened to my game? Oh, there it is. Okay. 2-2 pitch. Grounded up the middle, and that's a base hit for Machado. So a 1-out hit. I have no idea what happened there. Screen went blank. But we move on. So Machado's on first. Just as I hit the enter button, it went blank. So hopefully we're not going to have any trouble here. I had one game where it conked out after the second inning and I had to start over again. So Machado at first, held on by Andujar, and Merrill bats. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch. That's lined into left field. That will fall in front of Hayes. And And Machado will stop at second, so first and second, and one out with Bogaerts up. So some more trouble for Abbott. Bogaerts singled and scored his last time, or his first time up. So first and second and one out. As Bogaerts steps in, Machado at second and Merrill at first. And a 2-2 pitch. That's popped toward third in foul ground, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 outs, and Ryan O'Hearn will bat. He doubled his first time, and he has scored a run. So 2 outs as the Padres try to add on to their 2-1 lead. And a full count from Abbott to O'Hearn. Struck him out, so he does get out of the inning. So no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. And we head to the middle innings with a Padres 2-1 lead. Dylan Cease will face the 3, 4, and 5 batters, De La Cruz, Andujar, and Steer in the top of the 4th, leading 2-1 in Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. And a 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out for the second time on a breaking ball, and that's the first out of this top of the 4th. Andujar will bat. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to short his first time. So Dylan Cease has gotten 7 in a row. And a 2-1 pitch. That's well hit into left center field, and that will go almost to the wall. Cutting it off is Merrill. He gets it in quickly, but Andujar will get yet another double in these playoffs. He's been like a double machine for the Reds. And he is the tying run now, standing at second base. So Spencer Steer will bat. He singled his first time. And a full count. Oh, that's lined into left, but right at Hayes, the left fielder, or Laureano, the left fielder. I always get these players all messed up. So Laureano grabs that one, and it's 2 outs. And Austin Hayes, who I thought made that play, will now bat for the Reds. 2 outs. He popped out to first his first time. So Andujar is at second. 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded to short. Bogaerts is up with it and throws to first, and that will be the 3rd out. So the double does not hurt Cease. And we get through the 4th inning. No runs and 1 hit, 1 left. Still 2-1 Padres. Abbott will face Reyes, Laureano, and Furman in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball left field, and it's right, and Hayes, I got it right this time, Hayes will grab it, and that's 1 out. And Laureano will bat. He's 0 for 1. 1 strike to Laureano. That's lined into left, and that will be a base hit, the 6th hit for the Padres in this game. And then Furman, the catcher, will bat. He is the player that has driven in 2 runs for the Padres. So Laureano at first. He does have speed, and Furman has been clutch. First pitch. He stays at first. Lined over the shortstop's head, and that's a base hit. And Laureano will stop at second. And it's first and second with 1 out again, with Tatis coming up, who is 0 for 2, with Cronenworth waiting on deck. So 0 for 2 is Tatis. Padres lead at 2-1. With 2 men on, Laureano at second and Freddie Furman at first. And a 1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Tatis. Fly ball right out to center field, and Friday will drift to his right and grab it, and that's 2 outs. So it'll be Cronenworth to bat with 2 outs here against Abbott. Trying to get out of this inning. Full count. Grounded to first. Andujar picks it up, takes it to first, and that will be the third out. So, once again, the Padres get first and second with one out and do not score. So, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We head to the top of the 5th. San Diego 2, Cincinnati 1. Need a drink. So the third baseman, Brian Hayes, will lead off. Trevino will follow, and then Benson, the 9th hitter. And Cease is retired. 10 in a row. Oh, no, he did not. He gave up a double. So 9 of 10. And here we go. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. 1 out. Trevino, who flied out to center, will step into the batter's box. Cease has found his groove, apparently, after that leadoff home run. Not much has gone on so far. He's given up 4 hits. And the first pitch to Trevino. That's lined to second. And Cronenworth will grab it, and that's 2 outs. Will Benson flied out to center. 0 for 1. So trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here is Cease. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. And that's another strikeout. 100 miles an hour on the inside corner. So 1-2-3 go the Reds. Cease has put him down since the first inning. So the Padres lead it 2-1. Heading to the bottom of the 5th. Abbott will face Machado, Merrill, and Bogarts. Trailing 2-1. 1 for 1 with a walk is Machado. And a 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on the inside corner. And that was a fastball, and Machado goes down. Swinging. And that's the 3rd strikeout against 1 walk for Abbott. Merrill will bat 1 for 2. He has singled and hit into a fielder's choice. And a 2-strike pitch. Grounded to second. McLean is up with it. Throws over to Andujar, and that's the 2 outs. So Bogarts will bat 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. He has popped out to third. Trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here is Abbott on a 1-2 pitch to Bogarts. Rounded sharply to third. Hayes is up with it and throws long across the diamond, and that's the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Abbott. And we've completed 5 at Petco Park, and it is 2-1 San Diego as they try to even the series. So the top of the order, Friedel, McLean, and De La Cruz. Await Dylan Cease, 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. The total so far, San Diego 2 runs, 7 hits, and no error. And Cincinnati 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. Friedel is responsible for the only run so far for the Reds in the top of the 1st. He led this game off with a home run. He is 1 for 2. And a 1-2 pitch. That's lined into left center field, and over to get it is Laureano, and that's the 1st out. Matt McLean will bat. He is 1 for 2. He has struck out in one of those at-bats. Full count from Cease. And he walked. That's low. Fastball was low. Checked his swing, so a base runner aboard. And De La Cruz, who has struck out twice. The switch hitter, shortstop. So McLean leads off first, and Reyes will hold him. See if they're aggressive here. 1-2 pitch. They are not. And De La Cruz strikes out for the 3rd time. Cease is up to 6 strikeouts now, and it will be Andujar, who doubled his last time. See if he comes up with another key hit in these playoffs. Matt McLean at first, leads off. First pitch, Doesn't go anywhere. Grounded to short. There's Bogarts. He flips it to second, and that's the third out. So, no runs, no hits, and no one left. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Padres still lead it 2-1. O'Hearn, Arraez, and Laureano will face Abbott. He will at least pitch to the first two probably because they're left-handed batters. 1 for 2 is O'Hearn. He doubled and he has scored a run. And a 2-ball pitch from Abbott. Grounded sharply to first, and Andujar cannot make the play. It was a sharp ground ball, and that should be a base hit. So O'Hearn will lead off first with the leadoff hitter, or leadoff hit this inning. And it will be Arraez to bat. Third baseman Hayes will play even with the bag. Andujar will hold O'Hearn at first. And a 1-ball, no-strike pitch. Grounded to short, and that's through into center field. So first and second with nobody out, and that'll be it for Abbott. So Abbott will take a seat or go to the shower. And the bullpen will come in now for the Reds. So 5 innings pitched, 25 batters, and they will go to the bullpen. The Reds' bullpen has been pretty good in these playoffs. So, they've got Barlow, Burns, Littell, Martinez. Gahn won't pitch right now. They've got Connor Phillips. He's pitched pretty good. Centillion, Suter, and Ashcraft. They may bring in Connor, well, Nick Martinez or Zach Littell. There's, I don't know. Let's see. Nick Martinez will come in to pitch. So they're going to bring in Nick Martinez to pitch with first and second and nobody out for the Padres. Let's go to my little sheet here and see what Martinez is as a pitcher. There he is. Okay. 17 and 4, and he's a right-handed pitcher. So Martinez, 11 and 14 during the season, 116 strikeouts, 4.45 ERA. He's being asked to get out of this jam here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Laureano will bat, third baseman playing in case of bunt. O'Hearn and Arraez will lead off first and second. And a 1-1 pitch coming to Laureano. That's lined over the first baseman's head into right field. And here comes O'Hearn, and he will score. And the third run. So Laureano gets a key hit here and adds to the run to the lead for the Padres. And the base runners will be first and second once again. So Laureano comes through. It's now 3-1 San Diego, and Freddie Furman is batting. The catcher, he is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. So they can really stretch this lead out here. 1 strike. Grounded to third, and that's through to left field. And here comes Arraez, and he will score on the ball cut off. And they will get, oh, they cut him off, and they do get Laureano at third. But Furman knocks in another run. That's his third RBI. Arraez scores. And Laureano is thrown out at third. So I think it's 7-3 to 5. Let's see if I'm right. No, 7-6 to 5. Okay. Left fielder, shortstop, third baseman. So they do get an out on the play. And that's the first out of the inning. And now the Padres do lead it 4-1 as Furman drives in his third run. He is 3 for 3 in this game. And the top of the order now is Tatis to face Martinez. Up to 11 hits are the Padres. And a full count to Tatis. That's a fly ball to right field. Coming in on it is Benson, and he will make the play, and that's 2 outs. Furman stays at first, and Cronenworth will bat. 0 for 3 is Cronenworth. So 2 outs. And here's Martinez with a full count. Wow, it's lined into the right field, toward the right field corner. Over against Benson. Here comes Furman, and he will score all the way from first base. And make it 5-1 San Diego. So they've opened the lead up here with 3 runs. And Cronenworth doubles into right field, into the right field corner. And the lead is now 5-1 San Diego. And a win here would even the series, and it would head back to Cincinnati that way. So Machado will bat. They brought the bats in this game. He is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. And Cronenworth at second. And the first pitch from Martinez. Ground ball to short. And De La Cruz will make the play to first. And that will be the third out. Padres add to the lead with 3 runs on 5 hits. They do leave a runner at second. So we've completed 6 here at Petco Park. And San Diego leads it 5-1. It'll be Steer, Hayes, and Hayes to face Cease, who is stretching it out here. He's only at 70 pitches. His stamina is around 5 innings and 23 batters. So this probably would be his last inning here in the top of the 7th, but we'll see. He only has 70 pitches, like I said. And here's the first pitch to Steer. He's 1 for 2. And that's lined into center, and that is a second hit for Steer. So Hayes will bat, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2. He's popped out and grounded out. So Steer at first. Doubt if he goes anywhere, down 4 runs. But you never know, the computer. First pitch, that's lined into right field, and they will have base runners on second and third as Hayes wound up at second. So second and third now on the double by Austin Hayes. So Cincinnati trying to climb back into this game, and Ke'Bryan Hayes will bat. He's 0 for 2. Infield will play back with a 4-run lead. And we're not playing the outfield shallow. All right, 1 out, or nobody out. Base runners at second and third. And here's Hayes with a 1-2 pitch. That is popped in the infield on the right side. Coming in is Cronenworth, and that'll be the first out. So 1 out. Trevino, the catcher, 0 for 2 will bat as Cease tries to get out of this inning. 1-2 pitch to Trevino. And a strikeout. He rears back and gets him on a curveball. And that's 2 outs. And here's Will Benson, who's 0 for 2. So San Diego hanging on here. Cease is. And the Reds are trying to get back in it. And here we go. Slightly to the right is the infield. Outfield is normal. And a full count. Struck him out, so Cease gets out of it. A whale of a pitching performance there in the 7th inning. We go to the stretch. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left for the Reds here in the top of the 7th. And it's 5-1. So the Reds had a chance there as we come back from the stretch time. And they trail 5-1. They did have second and third with nobody out and got nothing. So Cease pitched out of it, and Martinez will sit down as they go to the bullpen. And it will be Jackson Merrill to lead off, followed by Bogarts and O'Hearn. But they're going to replace Martinez, and they'll probably bring in Scott Barlow. Maybe Connor Phillips. They're going to bring in Connor Phillips to pitch. So Connor Phillips will pitch for the Reds here in the bottom of the 7th, right-hander. All right. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Martinez faced 5 batters. Okay, we get back to the game with Merrill stepping in. He is 1 for 3 with the Padres up 5-1 in this, what I would call a critical game. You don't want to go on the road down 2-0. 0-2 pitch from Phillips. That is popped high on the left side of the infield. Settling under it is Hayes, the third baseman. And that will be the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Bogarts will bat. He is 1 for 3. He has scored a run. 1 out. And a 3-1 pitch. And that's lined to Hayes at third base, and that's 2 outs. And here's O'Hearn. He is 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, with Connor Phillips on the mound. 1-2 pitch. Lined into right field. It will drop over to get it to his right is Benson, and it will be the 3rd hit for Ryan O'Hearn in today's game. So Reyes will bat, 1 for 3. He has scored a run. O'Hearn at first with Andujar holding him. First pitch. There he goes. He's going to be thrown out. That was an easy throw out. So Torino throws him out at second, and that will be the 3rd out. No runs, a hit, nobody left. We go to the top of the 8th inning with the Padres leading it 5-1. And Dylan Cease is pushing it here. He's at 86 pitches. In his 8th inning of work. He will face Reyes, Laureano, and Furman. No, that's not true. He will face the Reds. I have the wrong lineup. Yeah, I'm getting tired, I think, this evening. All right. Can't even write the words anymore. Let's see. Okay, Friedel, McLean, and De La Cruz. Sorry about that. It's the Reds that are batting. So Friedel will bat. He's homered. He's counted for the only run for the Reds, and that was way back in the 1st inning when he led off the game. And the first pitch here in the top of the 8th. It's lined into right field, and that will be the 2nd hit for Friedel in this game. Now what's wrong? Okay, here we are. And Matt McLean will bat. He is 1 for 2. He has walked and singled and struck out. So Friedel at first here with a 5-run lead for Cease. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out on a fastball. Still has 98 miles an hour. And a whale of a pitching performance. I already said that before, but a heck of a pitching performance. I'll change the name or the word. So there's 1 out. He has 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's given up 7 hits and 1 run. And De La Cruz has struck out 3 times. And an 0-2 pitch. Is it 4? No, it's not. It grounded to second. Cronenworth to Bogarts to Reyes in a pitcher's best friend double play. 4-6-3 will end the inning here in the top of the 8th. So Dylan Cease has pitched 8 innings. And the Padres lead at 5-1. This is the type of game the Padres needed to get back into this series and tie it. So Phillips will sit down, and they will go to the bullpen and bring in Barlow. Scott Barlow will pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing 5-1. So he pitched 1 inning, he pitched 1 inning. All right. And Barlow was 6-3 with 1 save, 4.21 ERA this season. The right-handed pitcher will face Reyes, who is 1 for 3, to be followed by Laureano and Furman. The bottom of the order has really had a good day. They are 1 for 4, 3 for 4, so that's 4 for 8, 5 for 11, 7 for 14, and 10 for 17 in this game. So here's Reyes and a full count. Grounded to second. McLean will come up to it over to his right, and that will be the first out. So 1 out. Laureano is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Steps in against Barlow. 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded to third, not well hit, and Hayes will make the play to first, and that's the second out of this inning, and it will be Freddie Furman to bat. He has been a clutch hitter in this game. He's batting .423 now in the playoffs with 10 RBIs. He has 3 tonight in this game, and he scored a run. So he's had 3 RBIs, 3 singles, and a run scored. So 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, and a 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into right center field. He will make it 4 for 4, and this one will be a double as it reaches the fence. Benson gets it in, and Furman is hitting the leather off the ball. And a double in this game, along with these 3 singles. So Furman is at second base with 2 outs in the top of the order. Fernando Tatis, who's 0 for 4. Maybe they ought to lead off with Furman the way he's batting. 194 is Tatis in these playoffs. And a 3-1 pitch. Trying to add on, and that's a walk. First and second, 2 outs. Cronenworth will bat. He has singled, driven in a run in 4 trips. So Barlow trying to get out of this without any damage, keep the game at 4 run difference. And a full count. And he walked him. So the bases are now loaded for Manny Machado. 2 outs he got real quick, and then it's fallen apart here a little bit as Furman doubled and Tatis and Cronenworth have walked. So Scott Barlow trying to get out of this jam here in the bottom of the 8th. And a full count to Machado. And he struck him out. Strike 3 on a slider, and he does get out of the inning. Second strikeout of Machado in this game. So, no runs, 1 hit, and 3 left. And we head to the top of the 9th inning with the Padres leading it 5-1. And the bullpen will come in after 95 pitches. 8 innings for Cease with 9 strikeouts and only 1 run given up, and that was the first batter of the game who hit a home run. So a very good pitching performance. It'll be tough to decide the player of the game. Is it Cease or is it Furman, who's 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs? I'll be interested to see who they pick, who the computer thinks it is. So the Padres will go to the bullpen, and they will bring in Bradley Rodriguez to face Andujar, Steer, and Hayes. So Rodriguez will come in and try to get this game out. Let's go to my spreadsheet. I don't even know, is he even listed? Yep, he is. He is listed. Okay. 4, 1. He's a right-hander. Okay. Bradley Rodriguez was 1-0, 7 games he pitched in, and a 1.17 ERA. So to try to get out of this game, they lead by 4. And a 1-0 pitch to Andújar. And that's lined into center field. So the Reds lead off with a base hit. And it will be Spencer Steer, who is 2 for 3. As Andújar leads off first base, they won't hold Andújar. Two for 3 is Steer. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on a fastball, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 out. And Austin Hayes will bat. He has doubled in 3 trips. No, first pitch. Tries to throw him out at first. Is Furman. But he's back safe. Andújar is back safe. Trying to sneak an out there. 2-1 pitch. That is flied out to right, shallow right. In on it is Tatis, and that will be the second out here in the top of the 9th. As Ke'Bryan Hayes will bat with 2 outs. 0 for 3 is Hayes as Rodriguez tries to close the door. And the first pitch. And he hit him. Oh, there it is. There it is. We almost made it through a game without a hit batsman. We have not had the wild pitch yet, or the pass ball, but now we have the hit by pitch. There always seems to be one in this game, this computer game, and we get it with 2 outs in the 9th inning. So 2 outs. Trevino will bat. He is 0 for 3. Let's see if they have anybody on the bench for Cincinnati. They do have Gavin Lutz, so they're going to bring him in to pinch hit. Gavin Lux will bat. The left-handed batter will pinch hit for Trevino. And Benson is next on the list, on deck. So 2 outs. Gavin Lux comes off the bench now. Andújar at second, and Hayes at first with 2 outs. And a 2-2 pitch. And that's it. Ball game is over. He struck him out on a changeup, and that will close out game 2 and even this series at 1-1. As the Padres win this one 5-1. Thanks to an impressive pitching performance by Dylan Cease. So they will celebrate in front of their home fans, and now they will head to Cincinnati with the series tied up at 1. So now we will go to the recap of this game, and I'm very interested to see who the computer is going to pick as the player of the game. A 4 for 4 person, Furman, who batted 3 RBIs, or Dylan Cease, who pitched 8 innings and only gave up 1 run. We'll see. 1 run and 7 hits. All right, let's go find out. Here we are in the review. We will recap this game. And Cincinnati manager Terry Francona said it was a tough night at the plate. Yeah, I'd say so. They had 1 run, and that was the leadoff home run of the game by Friedel for the second time this series. But this time, the Padres came back and win this game. Let's see, who is it going to be? I predict it's going to be... They're going to pick the pitcher, Dylan Cease. Oh, they picked Freddie Furman. Freddie Furman is the player of the game. So they picked the 4-hit, 3 RBI catcher, Freddie Furman, to be the player of the game. I was wrong. And Cease did pitch an amazing game. And the Padres needed that. after the game in game 1. So where they used 3 other pitchers. So they needed this game from Cease in 3 hours and about 30 fake time minutes on a beautiful afternoon in San Diego. And the pitching performance will be Dylan Cease, the winner. 8 innings, like I said, 1 run, 9 strikeouts, pitched 95 pitches. The losing pitcher will be Abbott, the left-hander. Gave up 4 runs through 5 innings, and then they used 3 other pitchers to close out the game. So, we are going to Cincinnati. We are going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, here we come. I'm not a good singer. But anyway, and it will be all tied up as the 6th seed Reds and the Padres will play Game 3 after a day off. And that will be the 16th game day. So, this is the 14th. So, let's go down the batting here for the visiting Cincinnati Reds. TJ Friedl, a home run, was one of his 2 hits. McLean had a hit. Andujar and Steer had 2 hits. 8 total for the Reds. And for the homestanding San Diego Padres, who won this game, the big hitter, Furman, with 4 hits, 3 RBIs. Laureano had 2 hits. O'Hearn had 3 hits and 2 runs scored. And Cronenworth had an RBI and 1 hit apiece for Machado, Merrill, Bogarts, and Arraez. 14 hits for them. So the recap is as follows. The victorious San Diego Padres, 5 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. And for the Reds, 1 run, 8 hits, and no error. And the winning pitcher, Dylan Cease, the right-hander for San Diego, and the losing pitcher, Abbott, the left-hander for the Cincinnati Reds. So we are done with this game. We will go on and leave this and see what's next. And the next game will be the Cleveland Guardians visiting the Toronto Blue Jays, who are the number 1 seed. And I think those pitchers are correct for this game. Tanner Bybee and for Cleveland, and Kevin Gausman for Toronto. I think I set it up already as that being the pitching matchup. So that will be the quote-unquote night game of the October 14th game day. And then I think the next day is just the American League, as the National League heads back to Cincinnati. So at some point, I will get to Cleveland and Toronto, hopefully in the next day. Maybe I'll try to get 2 games in and get these 2 series even with 2 games apiece. So that's it for this game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to the next game to see how the 3rd-seeded Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays fare in Game 1 of their American League Championship Series. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.